1, 2. Hey, there's Tim. Tim in here.
Hey.
Annie says party time. Party time. It is a party night.
Hey,
It's
Annie. Okay, so shout out to Annie. She's a bourbon concierge, and today served me some awesome pours and also dealt with a lot of customers.
look
So
at you.
cheers, Annie.
Cheers, Annie. Look at you picking up viewers while you're out having pours.
Well, hey, that's what I try to
I like to
do.
see it. I picked up some viewers today in the good old liquor store, but like it's awesome. There's Wes. What's up, Wes? Welcome in, bud.
What's up, y'all? Got too many Glens on my desk. I'm like,
You're the
it's one of those
master of
nights.
Glens. The master of Glens. You better have some Glens lined up for tonight. Tonight's going to be one of those nights.
No, I bet some other people better have some Glens too lined up.
Yeah, we gotta get the party started tonight. Saturday night, baby.
That's right.
Think we're ready?
Oh, 3,
You
2.
ready? Is where you're gonna be? Ready is where you're gonna be.
Oh yeah,
Let's do it.
let's do it.
Oh man, a long week. I'm just gonna have one glass of bourbon. Cheers.
That was a big Glen.
One pour. That's all. I said one pour.
One pour, one pour. When I always tell my wife, I'm like, hey, she's like, you had a lot of pours last night. I go, they were all baby pours, baby pours.
Exactly.
So I should
Exactly.
start saying, I'm just gonna have one pour, honey. I'm just gonna have one pour. What is up, everybody? It's Saturday night, and I know everyone's checking their weekend calendar. Everybody's going, wait a minute, hold on. Is it Sunday? Do I
Yeah.
have to go to work tomorrow? What the fuck? What's going on?
Yeah.
Hack and Mack are on. It's Saturday. But yeah, we're here. It's a special stream night. We may be a little slower than usual tonight, but it is going to be a lot of fun because we're just gonna have some pours. There's no agenda.
Yeah.
We're gonna do little fresh cracks.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be a night to hang out, have some pours, and enjoy ourselves. What say you, Mac?
Yeah. I think everyone. There was a huge panic across the country when they found out that Hack and Mack show had moved their time, and so I just want to make sure, just
Oh,
you
it's
know,
huge.
it's going to be okay, everyone.
We lost sponsors. We
Yeah,
lost.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. It was a
Yeah,
big,
but you know
big
what?
deal.
We're here for all of you. But no, you're right. This is going to be awesome. I mean, I have not had enough whiskey today, so I'm excited to get into it.
Hold on, time out, time out. I'm pretty sure when you were calling me from your bicycle, first of all, you're riding a bicycle, which
Yeah.
that gives me a little bit of concern. A little
Yeah.
bit of a concern. You're riding your bicycle through busy DC traffic in the
Yeah.
middle of some kind of parade. I'm not gonna let's not get into that, but there was a parade going on,
Yes.
and I hear you dodging cars, and it was not a safe moment. I felt like I needed to send somebody to check out. Like, hey, is
No,
Mac okay?
yeah, it was got a little hairy there going by the White House and down towards the Washington Monument, but you know what? I've been here a decade, dodged it. I'm a pro at this.
You're a pro. You're a pro at having dusty pours all day, getting on your bike, and
Yeah.
still navigating traffic. I mean, can you get a driving under the influence on a bicycle?
I think so, but you know what? I drink responsibly, and I would
You
never
did.
do that.
You,
So
of course, you did.
that
And
is,
we encourage
yeah.
everyone to drink responsibly. But welcome in. We welcome everybody in tonight. You've got Will Choi
So
doing the
let me
party.
tell you about
Welcome in.
Will.
Yeah.
So Will and Connie. So sorry, Annie. Sorry, Will and Annie. And Annie is a bourbon concierge. Shout out
Oh,
Bourbon Concierge, awesome store. And Will came in to pick up his bottles, and we were had a little couple pours there, and Will has got quite the selection.
He does.
He might even have 2 bottles of what I might be cracking here in a minute.
Oh.
But the guy knows his stuff. Great to meet you, Will. Thanks for joining. And then Annie, of course, just obviously an actual professional in this field, which we are not. And so
Yes.
she knows her stuff too. So cheers, y'all.
Thank you, Annie, for serving my friend some pours today. Maybe someday.
Yeah, you got to come.
I can make it to DC. We can go see Annie. We can have some pours.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty exciting for me. Does she have any like really dusty tater bottles?
Oh man,
Tater Hack.
that
Can we
is
be happy with some?
that is yeah. They've got the tater bottles for sure. I don't know how many Blantons were sold by the while I was there alone. So, and actually, that's a great question in the chat. Annie, how many Blantons do you think you sell a week? That'd be funny.
How many Blantons do they sell a week? Well, that reminds me. Before we get too deep in, we're Mac and I. So for those of you who haven't tuned in to us before, right? We're friends that we met through the Bruzel community, but we also are involved in other communities. We do other things. I've got a local group here. I know Mac does some stuff with X1090. We're going to talk about them.
210. 21090.
21090. God, I'm going to get that right. 21090.
You get it.
Reverse 21090. So he does a lot of stuff with 21090. But so we've become friends quickly, I think, and we decided, hey, we're going to try this out. We've been doing it about a month, and so I think I really need to stop for a minute, and I want to thank I think we're up to 87 subscribers, which is nuts.
Wow. Yeah.
And thank every single one of you that have subscribed to us and watch us, because I don't think we know what we're doing.
No, we clearly don't. But we like to drink whiskey and we like to have fun, and that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah. So
we're not like these like stuck up people that only
No.
If it tastes good, it's good, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, if there's a few things, like if we could have taglines, because we're not big enough yet, but eventually maybe we'll have taglines. But one of those would be like, whiskey should be fun. Like it
should.
It's not meant to be stuck up, and so we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have opinions. You're not gonna always agree with those, which is cool, because a lot of times we're probably wrong. But we know what we like. And so I want to welcome everybody in the chat. Hey Mac, so we've got a few folks. Tim's here, and he wants to know, did you have any dusty MGP?
Dusty MGP. Well, first, that's a great question. Dusty MGP, I guess we should define that. We had some 12-year-old MGP today, and I forget the name of the bottle. It was just released. Oh, it had this crazy bottle. I will find this later in the chats, and I think Will or Annie in the chat, if you remember that crazy bottle, the new drop that just happened with the 12-year MGP. Had that today, but no, I'd love some dustier MGP. I love me some older MGP.
Yeah, so he said Annie served up some 1960s era Old Crow to you and Mac. That's what Will said. Tell me about Old Crow. What is Old Crow?
So Old Crow is an older distillery that I think is now defunct, but the name was bought by another distillery. There's probably a lot more experts here, especially even in the chat, that know this than me. But Annie was telling me that during the 60s, I think that was when whiskey started to be less cool, and so they were having trouble selling it, right? And started going decanter bottle heavy, and you know how much I love decanter bottles, Hack. We've talked about that on here. These are like porcelain chess pieces.
Ooh.
And you can collect them all, like the original Blantons, but with chess pieces. And 1969 was when it was bottled. We think that there's probably older, it's at least 10 years. We think it's a lot older than that because of how much they had in stock. So the funny thing is, Annie pulls out the decanter bottle.
Ooh.
It's a beautiful porcelain chess piece, but then grabs a mason jar because they had to decant the whiskey because of how old it was and the corks and all that stuff. So anyway, it was funny pouring it out of the mason jar. But then I got to tell you, man, if you've had old dusty stuff, and I've not had a lot of it,
yeah,
there's just something different Right. Something did with the nose, with the viscosity. I think it was 86 proof.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, man, it had the viscosity of like a 120
At 86
cask
proof, really?
strength. Yeah. And
Wow.
it had like the viscosity of that. You know, it definitely didn't drink like 120, but it was beautiful. The nose is beautiful, the palate. So thank you, Andy. That was awesome. Thank you.
Well,
Cheers.
and also before we get too far into pours, like I was mentioning, we watched Bruzel, and he did something this week that I'm going to emulate, which is
Oh,
look, we need some sponsors, right?
I was about to say, are we even We're not
Yeah,
sponsored,
yeah,
right?
we need to sponsors. And you like to have some pours. I like to have some pours,
No,
but apparently TJ said that Z Biotic, he hasn't been able to out and drink it yet. And
that's
look,
impressive. Well, we're
look,
going to test it.
all I heard was that's a challenge. That's all I heard. So I'm gonna take a little Z Biotic because I got
I love
a lot of pours to get to tonight.
I love this. I think we might be the only whiskey channel not sponsored by this and using it.
Yeah, yeah. No, we're gonna get sponsored by Z Biotic because tomorrow morning when I have to get up at 6 a.m. because and that's the other thing. That's why we're streaming tonight. Is my son is in Scouts. We're about a year away from Eagle, and so
Awesome.
we've got summer camp that starts tomorrow. And yours truly has 23 kiddos that I got to get to camp. So having too many whiskey pours without Z Biotic. Go to your local store and get Z Biotic if you've got to watch 23 kids after having about 12 pours. So that's that's my ad for the night.
I love it. I love it. I
But
love
yeah,
it. Well,
I'm going to give it a run. I'm going to give
awesome.
Z Biotic a run, and let's see. I'll report back.
Yeah, report back. We'll report back tomorrow.
Yeah.
In the chat, shout out Veronica, a lovely lady, my girl.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Veronica, Ben Palos, my best bud, back in college to now.
Nice.
Cheers, Palos, out there in Napa, doing the wine thing.
Yeah, nice. And there's Wes. Wes is part of our local basement dwellers. He's having to pull a shift tonight. He works shift work, so he's working tonight watching us. So thank you, Wes, for tuning in. Well, I'll have an extra. One thing about Wes, I need to tell you too. When Wes has a pour, I mean, he has a pour. Like West size pours, they might be as big as your Glen.
As the
Yeah,
as the big Glen.
yeah, yeah. So hey, but what we digress. What are you sipping on tonight?
Oh man, I am sipping on Chattanooga whiskey, single barrel pick, 21090. I was part of the pick team, as everyone's heard here insufferably from me. But this is a great pour. It finally came in. Super excited. I love it. And actually, I think Will in the chat today was picking his up too. So that was cool. He picked up the 21090 Chattanooga pick. I think there's still some available. At shared pour.
When we get to the crack tonight, and for those of you that are new, when we say we get to the crack, I don't want you to tune out. It doesn't mean there's going to be any, ass stuff going on here. We don't do ass stuff, no butt stuff. We don't do that. The crack for us, though, I don't know, was a marketing genius that we think, and that's where we'll crack some new whiskeys. I have something.
Oh, man.
Mail call, baby. Mail call. Literally showed up 1 hour before the stream.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited for you to try it.
Yeah, so I want you to. When I'm trying it, I want you to talk me through it. I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever had a high malt.
Okay.
I think this is my first high malt. So.
Man, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, Tennessee high malt. It's still bourbon, but we'll go through that. But that's.
I'm glad you're here to hold me while I do this. This is nice.
Well, thanks for buying that, man. I don't think I'll be disappointed. They do great stuff. So, thanks, Hack.
Well, what I'm having is right here. This is talking about picks, right? This is a barrel pick I did in February, which is, and I'll have our bottle cam here in a minute, but this is a Still Austin single barrel, and this hence the cowboy hat tonight. But Still Austin, one of my favorite brands here in Texas. We got a chance to go and do a barrel pick with them in February, and we had 5 selections for barrels, and they didn't tell us age or proof, and they said we really want you to pick the barrel without knowing those things. So we kind of went through the whole process and got down to the end and picked this one, and come to find out, it was the second oldest barrel that's ever been put into the market. This is
That's
seven
crazy.
7.5 years, and the way I would describe it is, it's like Still Austin has figured out how to make really, really good classic bourbon, classic caramel notes. Just that it has that Kentucky hug on it, and it just when you smell it. I let my wife smell it last night. I didn't tell her what it was, and my wife doesn't drink a lot. She's kind of like Veronica, but she likes to nose and smell it.
Yeah.
And she said that's probably gonna be one of your favorites. That's something from Buffalo Trace, right? That's part of that Buffalo Trace family. That's what she's. And so the nose on it has just that nice caramel butterscotch nose, and it's just very mouth coating. It's got a slight oak in it. The finish does have a little bit of that Texas leather, just a little, not like Garrison's Brothers, not like, but the color on it is fantastic. 7.5 years, 109 proof. These just hit our local store, but they're not available for sale yet. He's holding them for a drop. He's going to do in July. Liquor Zone here in Pearland, you can get these, and I'm sending you one, buddy. I've got one in the mail.
You're the man. I can't wait to try it. And I mean, I've heard so awesome. Well, I want to hear what you. So after you taste that, and while you're doing that, I'm cracking a Still Austin.
Let's do this. Let's go to the crack.
Oh, let's just do it.
Yeah, look at the crack. Let's do it.
Yeah, everyone, we're going to crack.
We've got some new cameras here. I lost your collab. Let me see if I can get the collab cam going again. It may be on me. Hold on. Oh, there it is. We got it. Look at this, guys. This is.
We are.
Look, a Texan in a cowboy hat can do technology, people.
You're the man. All right, here we go. Except I'm messing it up.
We're like dancing Still Austins. Look at us. Is that Nancy's pick? Is what that is?
Yeah. I thought I'd drink some Still Austin while you were.
Yeah. Hey, 21090, welcome in. Appreciate you being here, guys. Stick around, please stick around, because I just got this mail call since you guys just showed up. This bad boy, guys, showed up an hour before the stream. It is very much a sign.
Sticker.
Oh, the sticker? Yep. Oh, hell, I can do this right here. I can do this right here.
Oh, okay. Is the Tater sticker on there? It's okay.
Oh, yeah. It is right here.
Oh, there it is.
That is so
awesome.
Cool, man. These guys, they like classic, kind of hairband rock, and they do like a tremendous job on their streams, on their shorts. Great information. They're kind of like us. They like to have fun, I think. And they have given us a lot of props on their channel. And 21090, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We started about a month ago. We've got 87 subscribers. I didn't think we would have 2 because I thought it would just be Veronica and my wife. So the fact you guys have supported us, helped us out, I deeply, deeply appreciate it. We don't really know what we're doing. So we thank you guys, 21090. Really appreciate you. But yeah, I'm gonna be cracking this, and I'm excited, Mac. I'm excited to get to this.
That's awesome. Well, and Annie in the chat was like, "Whew, she did her job," because Shared Pour operates out of there too. So she's doing all this stuff all day, all these boxes coming in and out. So straight from Annie to you.
I would really love, I would love for people, I know people label Texas whiskey, and I don't. The one you're having, I want to talk about for a minute and why you try it and nose it, and I want your thoughts. This is what we call Nancy's Picks, which, yes, that Nancy, the one that does a lot of blending and is amazing at it, Nancy Fraley. She at Still Austin, once a month, she picks one barrel out of the group, and she releases these versions. I'm sorry, she doesn't do one barrel. She does a blend, and she releases these, and the only place you can get them is in Austin at the distillery. They just started this last year doing a bourbon and a rye, but Nancy's Picks are probably like the creme de la creme of the Still Austin group, other than if you get lucky and do a barrel pick. So I'd love to know your thoughts, honest thoughts. I don't want you to but I'd love to know your thoughts on the Nancy's.
Yeah, the nose is incredible. The color is incredible. The nose you get, I really get a lot of like dark red fruit on this. And which I don't know, kind of surprised. Yeah, I haven't had a ton of Still Austin, but this stuff nose is really incredible. And then here we go.
Yeah, get into it. And so Nancy, every month, once a month, they release these, and if you got a friend in Texas, they can send you one. 21090. If you guys want to try a Nancy's pick, I will 100% send it to you guys. You can shoot me a message. We'll have our you can I know you can get to me through Mac. Would love to send you one. 21090 said, Hack, what do you think of another would be our third pick from them, still Austin pick? I'm not sure I understand the question 100%. Do you understand that question? What is he saying? Are they doing a still Austin pick?
Yeah, so they've I think they've done two, and this would be the third one from them.
So they know still Austin well up there. Okay, all right,
yeah.
Good. Yeah, no, I really think their ryes are starting to become super special, and so I think we've got another year or so before the bourbons are really, really. But right now they're really, they've improved a lot. But I love Nancy's notes. Would you tell us what Nancy's notes on this are? I love the.
I know we should talk about Nancy's notes instead of Mac's notes because hers are incredible. She puts them on here. Here we go. Nose, salted caramel brownies, cherry liqueur over dark chocolate cake, fig pudding. Then palate, pomegranate syrup, cracked peppercorn, glazed vanilla bundt cake. And then the finish, mid-length with waves of brown baking spice and coffee cake.
Mid-length. I wasn't paying close attention when you were reading your notes back, but it sounded a lot like that.
Are you getting any feedback over there, Hack, just before we keep going? I just want to make sure. Is everything good?
No, I'm good. If anybody in the chats, if it's just, I'm good on my end. It could be because you've had pours all day. I don't know.
So, really quick, and I want to hear about your pick. So, I said the cherry piece. Obviously, I didn't. I started to read that. And I'm like, oh, man, she's right. That, and that. Because I am not there, right? I'm not a Nancy level palate. But I definitely get that cherry. I get that baking spice. It is a bit, like pastry, cherry, like cherry turnover. Yeah. I'm like super impressed. It tastes, this to me tastes like it has some age on it. But on here it says over 4 years, which is, I guess, Texas. You do some crazy things down there.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's such a big deal for this to be a 7.5 year release. People in Texas that know, they're like, 7.5 years, no way. And then they see it and they're like, okay. They do something in their process that's kind of special where they do slow water add through time, slowly, and that's how they help manage the heat. They also, their barrels, they palletize versus put them on their side. They just think that that's something that helps them. I don't know, but it's funny. It's like, of course, when you do these picks, and 21090 will know this, like you do these picks and you go to the actual distillery and you get to spend time with Christian Wilcroft, who is their master barrel picker. Dude, one of the really cool things is you just become like a huge fan. Because I was not, I'll be honest, like before February, I was not the biggest Still Austin fan. I wasn't. I liked that classic Kentucky. I liked that feel of a classic bourbon. And I still do. That. My palate has not elevated to be completely craft. There's craft I like, and there's stuff that's too funky for me. That's just me, But Still Austin, as soon as you visit there and you really start to experience Nancy's picks and you do these barrel picks and you spend time with it, it just kind of pulls you in as a fan of the whiskey, and then you start to learn more and you start to enjoy it more. At least that's what's happened to me.
There was my experience with Texas whiskey was right out of college. Ben Palos in the chat, a Texan. He had, I think, a bottle of Balcones, and this was 2011 or something, 2012. I don't know, Paulus, you can say in the chat. I was not that big of a fan of that one, but that was early on in my whiskey journey. And then I think anyway, this to me, and I've probably just not had enough Texas whiskey. This to me, I would not think of as Texas in a blind.
I feel the same way. I think that I think the same way, and it's come a long way. And I'm not telling you that it's better than everything on the market, because it's not. It's a very good whiskey from Texas that surprises people. But I hope you enjoy that Nancy's pick. You've got the other. Will that be your? Is that your first Still Austin you ever had?
I've only had one other. I picked up a pick from the Total Wine that was not, not necessarily my favorite. Kind of forgettable, but single
Yeah.
barrels are single barrels. So
Yeah. 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 Total Wine picks. We've talked about those before, right? Like, hit or miss.
but we
Hey,
love Total Wine.
Jimmy in the chat calls something out, which is very true. They just released the red corn version this year, which is a 6-year. So it's a 6-year red corn.
Oh wow.
So it's just a year younger than this barrel pick that we did. And yeah, I've been hunting that one, Jimmy. If you find where that is, let me know. I know that they had them at the distillery. I was looking for them at Specs today. They didn't have them yet, but yes, I am on the hunt for that 6-year red corn. I love the red corn. The blue corn is smoother. The red corn's a little spicier, but it's got a little more kick. But man, that red corn is awesome. And then he says Balcones is an acquired taste. Let me tell you something about Balcones. Like, I've had it a few times, and you need a mouth rinser after you have a little Balcones. Now, what I've been told is that they do something called a true blue corn cast strength that's pretty good. But
Okay.
but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to find out.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Maybe we need to go back to it. Yeah, Paula said in the chat
Yeah.
we got in on the ground floor about Balcones. I'm sure it was like 1-year-old whiskey at that point.
Yeah.
But hey,
No
you know
kidding.
what?
No kidding.
I will say, Hack,
Yeah.
we had a comment earlier. Budget version of the crack. We should probably explain because
These aren't budget
Is-
bottles, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got it here because I have noticed a problem you've had lately.
oh,
Yeah.
what me? Probably.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
What's my problem? You want to talk about it on here?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think
All right.
group therapy is the best therapy, right? So
Okay.
so everyone join me and let's do some group therapy with Mac, and we've all been talking, and we wanted to get you here today. I'm just kidding. No, what we wanted to talk to you about, Mac, is that we feel that maybe you have an affinity to more expensive bottles, and we wanted. I thought tonight we might talk about some little more cost-friendly, budget-friendly cracks.
Okay.
So one of the ones that's on my schedule tonight to crack is I've got the Old Fitz 7, which I just realized I got it at $44 at Costco this week in California.
That's $44 for
$44.
Fitz 7-year ball
Right.
bond.
Which in
That's
typical hack fashion, when I'm setting up the stream and doing what I'm doing, I forgot to bring it in here. So I've literally got to go get the bottle.
Okay.
But you want to carry the show for a minute? I'll go get the Old Fitz.
Oh yeah, yeah. I carry the show anyway, buddy.
Of course, you don't need me. I'll be right back.
All right. So in the chat, what are you sipping on? I'd love to hear. I need a Nancy's Rye, Jimmy. Okay, I'll take a Nancy's Rye. I am cracking this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, I've got a bottle can. What the hell am I doing? All right. Boom. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one. This is called Ass Pocket Whiskey. I'm not joking. Literally, that's the name. YouTube, don't do whatever you're going to do. This is a 15... Oh, wait. Yeah, so there's a 9-year and a 15-year. I'm going to drink the 15-year. Thank you, 21090. I'm going to drink the 15-year. Ass Pocket Whiskey. That's literally the name of it. Oh, see. Oh, man. Our bot's on it again, Hack. Our bot is just killing the chat. Look, just so you guys know, if you're saying ass pocket in the chat, you left and it went crazy, Hack. We're going crazy here.
I started talking. There's people getting banned and like there's ass pocket. What the hell?
You can't even leave. You can't leave.
Jesus Christ. I'm obviously the one that keeps the show on the rails. Obviously.
Jimmy Nuno, please refrain from using foul language. We would never do that in this sacred.
Guys, like I leave for 30 seconds to get my budget whiskey, and this is what happens, really. Like this is what goes down.
All right, so I was saying I'm going to drink this ass pocket whiskey. Oh my God, I can't pour.
Wait a minute. Time out. How much did that ass pocket whiskey cost?
Yeah, this one I think was like, this was like, yeah, this is not a budget. This is like over $100.
Okay.
And it's this size.
Maybe what I need to do to demonstrate for you is right here in my bottle can. We've got a not a budget. You've got this 9-year 2020 Old Fitz, not a budget. Okay.
Yep.
We've got a $44 bottled in bond.
Nice.
$44. This is budget.
Okay.
So,
Well, I was trying. Okay,
yeah.
so do you want to have you poured that yet?
I haven't.
Hack?
I need to get to it right now. I'll get to it right now. I got to finish this still Austin because I will not waste this.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. I think that this is helping me understand a little better what we're trying to do here, right? I think I tried because I thought maybe the size means budget, but no, you're talking.
No. The size is not.
Oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay.
You fixed your camera. No. So let me put this one back away. This is a very special bottle to me. It's a 2020 Old Fitz that. It's the only Old Fitz that I've ever had. And 2020, as you know, was a tough year for everybody. So that one has some special meaning for me. But let me see if I can get the plastic off this bad boy. Yeah, so
while you're doing that,
I've seen some reviews on this Old Fitz 7 that have been pretty good.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, 21090, they're drinking Barrel Foundation Double Barrel, which I love. And that's actually a great budget.
Oh. Okay. How much?
I think it's under 50. It's like $50.
There you go, Mac. There you go.
I think it's around the $50, and it's because I know a lot of those barrels are like in the $100 price range. The Barrel Foundation, though, I think if I'm thinking correctly, and I don't know if Todd or Andy, probably I don't know. You guys, let me know, but I think that one is around that $55 price range and is a great pour. And then Crittenden's, we got some Crittenden's toasted pecan. We love Crittenden's here.
I've got a Crittenden's. That's what I have in there. I got the toasted pecan Crittenden's in there. I haven't cracked it yet. Is that what Tim's having?
Yeah, so Tim's having.
Are you able to read the chat? Is it big enough?
No, but that's why I keep kind of looking to my right here. I got my own little. I got a couple monitors here. Okay, that's some nice color. All right, so you got nice. So what was the price of this guy, by the way?
$44 at Costco.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we've talked about this. That's all right, though.
All right, so I'd love to kind of hear your thoughts on it. I hear a lot of good things. I hear it might be like the deal of the year, and I think maybe a lot of people would want to know. And I like this idea of the budget version. I think sometimes we do kind of flex a little bit, and maybe I don't mean to. But anyway, I'd love to hear.
Of course, you don't mean to. No, I think the thing about I'm not going to get distracted. I think that the thing about this is that I've seen lately, right, that there's been people rushing to.
Sorry.
Right. So listen. I can't just let this go, right? Like we just talked about budget bottles. What in the hell? What in the hell? I mean, what are we doing here?
I don't really know. I mean, I had this one just next to me, and this one.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna guess it's a red velvet box. It looks like you just opened up a casket from a vampire, and it's like a prettier bottle than that Beyonce whiskey. It's got a lot of letters over there that look really fancy. I'm guessing this is not budget whiskey.
I think maybe for the year, it's an 18-year age statement, cask strength, traditional Kentucky bourbon, and I got it for like I don't want to say because Veronica's gonna get really mad at me.
Look, this is a safe space.
400.
Okay, all right. This is the biggest fail of any like segment we've ever done. Like I tried to do budget whiskeys, and this has failed miserably. And I'm sorry to all of our viewers. I'm sorry to all of our viewers, but just since we're here, and since you've flopped it out on the desk, right? Like you just kind of flopped it out on the desk on me. I'm over here drinking $44 Old Fitz, and you've got $400 Calumet 18. Let's just talk about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe while I'm kind of, just get this bottle out here. Oh, wow. This is a beautiful. It's got a little pamphlet. Oh, my gosh.
It's got a pamphlet.
Look at this bottle. Like, how ridiculous is this? It is heavy and beautiful and Oh my gosh, hefty.
So I feel like your Calumet experience with the Calumet 16, or was it the Calumet 15
Um,
that was the Russell 15 killer for you?
um. Well, that was in one blind, but how you met 16.
Calumet 16. Okay, I can remember which age.
Here.
You can't
You know
decide
what?
you're so excited you don't know what to do with it.
I think I got to get one more thing. Why don't you? Can you handle the stream? Can you
I'll run
carry?
the show. I'm gonna run the show for a minute. So
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
here's the thing, guys. Like, basically, I'm not gonna talk about ass pocket whiskey. Let's get into this Bottle and Bond Old Fit 7. I haven't even tasted it yet. On the nose, it has got that caramel butterscotch nose. It's crazy. It's a very sweet nose, very inviting. You don't get that dusty, like, I had the Old Fits, like Tim said earlier, I had the VVS in a blind he sent me recently. I don't get that dusty smell on this. It's, but let's get into the taste here. Oh, yeah. There's nothing bad about this. There is nothing bad about this. 7-year whiskey like this. Oh, yeah. It's, ew,
You like?
yeah. Yeah, it's got the notes I like, Mac. It's got that caramel and butterscotch note in it. And there's nothing off putting. That 101 bottled and bond, or 100 proof bottled and bond. I mean, at my whiskey journey right now, I need a little more proof, but I mean, this might be for the money. This might be the best pourer for the money. Like, I've had Found North at $200, which was great this year. I love that one. I love Jack 12 Batch 3. That's tremendous. But and that I got, if you get that MSRP, it's a pretty good bite. Okay, so not only are we like gonna do gonna do the vampire box, you've also got the special, like, fancy Glen.
I, what is what? What do you mean? What's fancy? I mean, Glenn. This is a Glen. I don't know what you're. Anyway, this is my Calumet Glen.
Oh, it's your Calumet Glen.
Yeah, yeah,
You got to have a special Glen for Calumet. Is that it?
yeah. And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
This 18, I've heard a. Sorry, actually, Hack. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of right in the middle of something, and I'm.
No,
Did you
it's all
finish
right.
it?
I mean, there's 1,000 reviews on this bottled and bond. I'll just leave it this. It's good. It's good.
Okay, good.
Like, the
I can't
review.
wait to get it.
The review is it's good, and I cannot wait for you guys to try it. I got Wes a bottle in California. I brought it back for my guy Wes. He's going to pop it. It's really good, but if I really had my way, I would just karate chop that long stem. It bothers me. It's
I
very
love this.
it's very dainty. It makes me like you're kind of fancy pantsing right now.
I mean, I think this actually helps. Actually, this helps of all things the mid palate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you know that about stemware?
That the mid palate is helped by the glass somehow.
Yeah, yeah,
Really, I did not know that. So I need an education on that.
yeah. We can get into that next week. But what I'm going to
Okay,
do
all right.
is, I think I do want
Okay.
to let this kind of breathe. Just to anyway, I do want to respect this bottle. I do want to try it right. I'm going to let this breathe.
Mhm.
I apologize for the theatrics. I didn't. I don't typically do theatrics. Hack. You know that. I'm a
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
sort of like just cut to the chase.
Mr. Blanton isn't a huge Glen. I'm just wondering. I'm just always wondering, like how do you one up these Glens, and how do you one up these bottles?
I don't know, man. It's just how it goes. But I do actually really. I'm gonna let this rest a little bit. But I do
Mhm.
want. You want to get into the Chattanooga?
I'm still working on the. I need
I
to
know, I'm
speed up my. Why don't
No,
you get
don't.
into the Calumet
You
and
can
you
do
tell
that.
me what you're getting off it? Are you going to
I
let
know, I
it
know.
air? You're going to let it
I
air
wanna-
for a little bit?
Yeah, because I just cracked it. I think it's kind of unfair to
You
do
want to
that.
give it a proper air? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We got a couple other bottles coming up, but let's look in the chat. So we had so 2 to 90. Todd, it's always Todd. Yeah, sorry, Andy doesn't know how to use YouTube. It's awesome.
Is that his
like to do-
co-host that doesn't know how to use YouTube?
That's what he's saying. Yeah, yeah. That's Andy. I'd like to do Penelope Weeded Bullet bottle and bond and Old Fitz 7-year bottle and bond blind. That'd be nice.
Oh, that's a good idea. Weeded
Um,
bullet, yeah.
yeah.
Is bullet a weeded though? Bullet's not a weeded, is it?
The bottle and bond, I do not know.
Yeah, the new
That's a
one.
great question.
He's talking about the new one. Bottled bullet. They just started making their own juice this year. The new one, the new bottled bond. It's finally theirs.
Oh, we got a weak cork pop on the Calumet 18. We'll see if that means
Yeah.
anything for the taste. Wine glass is back. It's always going to be back, Jimmy. I'm gonna. This thing is going to work its way into every episode. All right. Raffle it, never raffling it. Paulos, whiskey's best enjoyed with wine.
I feel like and Caleb asked me any weeded funk on no. There's no weeded funk on this at all.
Yeah.
This mash bill at 20% wheat, it's really close to Wilderness Trail at 24% wheat, and I think somewhere like and you know who else is about around that same amount of wheat is the old Rip. It's right around that. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Oh,
I think that amount of wheat is where I like it on a weeder. I think if it gets a little too much wheat, but they balanced it really, really well.
so for $44, you this is a buy.
Oh yeah, but they did one thing sneaky.
What?
One thing sneaky, which I mean, hell, props to them for marketing. But did you know this bottle is a 700 milliliter?
I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Typically,
Why?
what you only see that like with like import stuff.
Right. You go to the airport and you see, it's like I think my cellar age I got at the airport is a 700 milliliter. Um, so I'm not sure why that one, why they chose to do that. But this
Yeah.
has that caramel butterscotch feel. It's a little thin.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But
Hey,
I
what
could
do you
see this
expect?
being on my shelf all the time. I would say okay. I would say here's some comparisons right for this. I think this is better than EH small batch.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Each
It's
so small
less.
batch. You think that's better?
I
Okay.
do. Absolutely, I do. Yeah, I definitely think it's better than EH small batch. I don't think it's as good as 107. I don't.
Yeah.
Weller Antique 107 is better than that. I'm trying to think of anything else kind of in that weeder kind of like. Um, I like it better than some of the Maker's Mark stuff I've had around that proof.
Yeah. Also, I love, I think some more people are joining here. What I love right now is if new people are jumping on, they see budget version of the crack, and then they see right next to it the Calumet 18.
Yeah, look, I plan the shows. Okay, I work very hard
You,
to
you
plan
do.
the
You work very.
shows. I build
You
the
do.
scenes.
Yeah,
I can't control the talent.
that's right.
Can't control the talent. Look,
You can't control the talent.
I can't
Talent.
control the talent. The talent does what it wants. Okay. If I'm saying
Um,
we're gonna have a budget crack version and he brings a $400 bottle of Calumet, 18, what am I gonna do?
So yeah, now Andy says a lot of distillers are moving to the 700 milliliter.
Oh really?
Easier to just have one bottle size. Interesting.
I did not know that. Who else has moved to the have? That's
I
snuck under
heard.
my radar, or maybe they
I
haven't
thought
released yet.
I think there's another bottle. I just heard the other day some other bottle coming out that's 700 that people didn't expect. But
Yeah.
um,
Tim's comment is he says that he thinks it's a lot to do with increased export, which might make sense with the whole tariff and
yeah,
all the craziness going on. That could make sense.
yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Well,
Well,
I
Will
really
Choi
do.
asked me something, and I'm going to do this right now live on stream if you can carry this, because I've been wanting to do this. This is a really great idea. And because he's your new friend and he subscribed today, he asked me how does it compare to the Ben Holiday soft red wheat. I
Oh, that's
have
a great question.
I have a bad history of not liking the Holiday soft red wheat, not the soft
Oh,
red, just the Rickhouse. But I have the
okay.
soft red in there to crack, and we're on the budget version of the crack.
We are.
So I'm gonna get this.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to the bar. I'll be back.
Do it. I can talk about ass pocket while you're doing that. And Wes, I would never be a one-upper. I would never do that. Jack Daniel's moving to 700 milliliter. I'm gonna talk about this ass pocket 15. This is Derek Trucks, the musician's brand. 15 is a buff turkey. It is the lowest proof buff turkey I've seen at 107 proof. I'm assuming took some buff turkey and proofed it down, which I do have some thoughts about that. I wouldn't do that. I do not own a brand, nor do I sell whiskey. Let's get into it. Nose, grape, cherry, oak. For 107 proof, this is actually somewhat viscous. The oak, I kind of now see why maybe they proof this down. Oak, pretty oaky. If you've had some buff turkey, you know that like there's some oak on a lot of those, and some of the buff turkeys are subpar. Shout out Bourbon Bill. And then with this one though, I don't mind it. It's a lot of money for this little bottle, but it's a tasty pour. Would I buy it again? No. Not bad. So that's the Ass Pocket Whiskey 15 review.
Why is it every time I leave you get into ass play? Ass pocket whiskey. Every time I leave. Okay, so this is not fair, right? Will, this is the Rickhouse proof soft red wheat. This one is 119 proof. And I know that by the depth of that bottle, you can see, like, you might say, oh, well, you liked it, okay, but I've had it a long time. Let's just be clear. But I think this one is a better comparison, right? The Holiday Soft Red Wheat. So let's do this.
This is awesome. I love that you're just like, we got to do this. You know, live, doing it on the fly. That's what we need to be about, Hack.
The color on that's really...
Katie Turk in the chat. Hey, Katie. Welcome.
Well, this is for Will. This is for Will. And hey, Will, I don't know if you know this, but my first name is Will. So, hey, thank you for being here, buddy. There's the color.
Will's awesome.
It's a little light amber. Yeah, there's that funk.
What are you sniffing right now?
This is the Bottled and Bond Soft Red Wheat from Holiday. I just cracked it. This is fresh crack. 6 year. Yeah. This is, all right. Grew up in Texas, right? My great-grandfather owned a ranch. And as a young one, you learn to do chores on the ranch. And you spend time in a barn at times tossing hay. I just tossed hay in my mouth.
Do you like that?
I don't. And that's, and you know, and I've been told to be careful about what I say, about what I like and don't like, because, you know.
Why?
I don't know, because people are like, oh, you need to be nice to everybody, but I don't like this.
You can be nice. You're nice. It's at different palates, right? I don't, yeah.
No, it's not my jam. It's got a lot of hay. It's got a lot of thick hay. It's got that wheat funk that Caleb was talking about earlier. The finish is very thin. There's not a lot going on. The nose isn't horrible, but there's not any complexity at all on that Holiday at all. I'm going to go back to the old Fitz. Yeah. This has got the sweetness, the caramel butterscotch. There's no like funky wheat thing going on. It could just be like, I don't know. Maybe it's in my head. Maybe I just Holiday, but no.
So you don't like the Rickhouse proof?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't. I'm thinking about, so we're doing something fun at the Houston Basement Dwellers, which, by the way, our guys here in Houston, they are desperately trying to get me to convince you to come to our bottle share on June 20th.
June 20th? I would love to. Shout out the Houston Basement Dwellers. Y'all are awesome. And I I'm trying to get down there. Love to come down there.
Yeah, I'll take this old Fitz. I'll take this old Fitz. It's 4 or 5 levels above that soft red wheat will for me personally.
I do like the Rickhouse Proof myself. It's been a while. I need to go back and revisit it, but I remember liking that one. I like, yeah. So, well, thanks for. I mean, that's great.
Yeah, no,
You
I
know,
mean this is I would like maybe we should do more streams like this instead. We plan show, we plan
Yeah, yeah.
it's just hanging out. Just like if we have viewers that say, hey, how does this? I've got a pretty
Yeah.
decent selection in there.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe someday I'll have a different stream set up where y'all can see my whole bar. It's just I work from my office, and so it's easier. I created this little background bar scene thing for my office, and so that's we're just getting started here. Maybe I'll build a bar that we can stream from someday. I don't know, but we'll see. My plan is that if we keep at this, Mac, and we hit retirement age, we'll build a bar in our retirement community, and we'll be the most popular people there.
And yeah, let's just hope these don't oxidize by that time.
I'm
They will.
pretty sure with you and I's track record we would not have that problem.
All right,
That or we
Annie.
just make more whiskey friends. We have them come over. Annie,
Cheers,
thank
Annie.
you for being here. She says have a fun night, bedtime. Thank
Hey,
you, Annie, for being here, and Mac enjoyed being with you today.
Yeah, it was awesome. More pours to come. We got to get Hack up here to the Bourbon Concierge.
I'm ready. Concierge is a word I can say. That's a word I
Katie
can
Turk
say.
going to say, they make and roast coffee, and I had this morning the Drifting Drams coffee, cigar blend coffee. They do some awesome stuff, Hack, and right now they're using our Chattanooga pick from 21090 barrel
Okay.
for their next coffee.
Okay.
How cool is that?
That's
So
pretty cool.
we were talking earlier. I think would love to get, and they were on the pick team. Sorry, and they were also on the pick team for the Chattanooga pick. So
yeah.
they're so yeah, awesome. Turks are awesome. In the future, I'd love to get them on here. We can talk a little bit about how they utilize whiskey barrels and coffee. How cool would that be?
I love coffee. Love coffee. Not as much like whiskey, but I love coffee. So I'd be down. I'm running out of Glens. I'm
what are we
gonna have
moving
to. I'm about to pop this 21090 pick.
I love it. That's what I wanted to go to. The Chattanooga whiskey 21090 pick. We got it. Let's do it.
All right, I am going to fresh blend for this one.
Yeah, you get some.
I'm super excited about this. This just came in the middle of the day. The 21090 group and Mac, they went to Chattanooga and they picked this bad boy. Just to talk about it for a second, it's 117.1 proof, single barrel Tennessee high malt. I'm going to have Mac teach me what a high malt is because I don't know. I don't know what that is. This is hand selected. It is barrel 91. This is a craft. You can go to craftwhiskey.com on mash bills to discover all of their unique mash bills, which I know Mac will already know. This one was bottled in 25. I think the barrel date is 21. If I'm looking at this right, so maybe it's a 4-year whiskey, roughly. That's what I'm guessing.
It's yeah. So that's most of their. It's around that. I think it's around that age. Yes. And they. Here, I'm gonna pour some more in this. Which I just got this, and this thing is getting low. Tennessee. It's called Tennessee High Malt. That's what Chattanooga talks about when they talk about their whiskey. And it's still a bourbon, which people are going to say, oh, it's not Kentucky, but it's got that 51% corn, right, mash bill. But then it has multiple types of malted barley and rye. So if you can, I would suggest everyone, if you like whiskey, if you like beer, go to Chattanooga Whiskey, do the tour. The former head brewmaster at Sam Adams is now the master distiller, or sorry, maybe not. I don't know what the exact title, the distiller, and I think maybe master distiller at Chattanooga. So how cool is that? It shows how much they care about their malts. And Anyway, is this your first venture into? Have you had American single malt? Have you had
Two
any?
things. Two
Okay.
things. First ever Chattanooga.
Okay.
First ever high malt. Or really, I've had some single malts I didn't like, but I don't think I've ever had a high malt.
Yeah.
And I can tell you on the nose, uh, I like to do noses based on memory. So
Yeah.
it might be kind of weird if I do this, but so my family, they come here for Christmas every year and we have a little get together and then we usually take a trip. This year we went to Vancouver to go skiing up in Whistler. And this, okay, and I'll get to the story. I know I'm probably telling too much of the story. I'm sorry. But my family and we decided we wanted to do something kind of fancy, right? And
Yeah.
I bought it on Amazon for like $40 or something, but I got a chocolate fountain. Because my son is like, Dad, it would be really cool to make a chocolate fountain. So he and we made a chocolate fountain. And, well, we didn't make it. We bought it off Amazon, but we put the chocolate in. And it has that creamy chocolate richness in it. This is what I got. As soon as I smelled it, it reminded me of that. Because my son and we both like pretzels. And we dipped the pretzels in the chocolate. And that was our favorite that we had. And it reminds me of that dip.
Great.
Reminds me of dipped chocolate.
Yes. So that's awesome. And before, I just want to shout out Dwan, who I also met at Bourbon Concierge today.
You brought everybody from Bar. You need to go there more often. You bring us a lot of subscribers.
Welcome. Cheers, man. He tried this today. He liked it, and he's just starting out his bourbon journey, or maybe not just starting out. Dwan, I don't want to speak for you, but I think you said like you're kind of moving into getting some more bottles and stuff. So it was awesome to meet you, man. It was cool hanging. So, but Hack, I think you're spot on with that. I with a lot of malt, I do get chocolate, and the pretzel part actually is pretty spot on too, because I get a little like salty sort of
salted caramel,
like a bakery note in here, and caramel. Yeah. All right, so I do want to say too, as we go into, he's going right to it. You're gonna get a little sweetness, right? And I think that catches some people off guard, but
that's good.
I'd love to know what you think. Your first.
That's good.
Tennessee high malt.
The finish is still happening. The finish is still happening. Like, it's the highest proof that I've had tonight. I think I've started off kind of low, and I've stayed around that 100, 109. So it's a higher finish. So I would expect that, but the finish is still happening, and I like it.
Yeah.
There's no bitterness. There's zero bitterness.
Yeah.
It's an extremely connected pour, which is something I'm always looking for. And I think you always sound like a little bit of a whiskey snob when you start talking about connected pours. I know that, but like what I like about this, I'm gonna do one more sip before I say what I really think. But tell me what high malt is, and then that'll help maybe fill a little time here, because I want to be right about what I say about this. I
mean, I'm getting into territory that I'm still sort of not 100% familiar with, but the malted barley, the malted grains piece, right? That is a big focus of theirs. And so the mash bill, the remainder of the mash bill outside of the corn is malted. That's Tennessee high malt. And if Tim or anyone else from Chattanooga is listening, is like, what the hell is this guy talking about? They'll probably correct me, and I'll let you know next week, or even Todd in the chat. You may know, but I think that really is sort of the thing, right? Where the malted grains here are a big focus of theirs, that they work so hard. Which, by the way, when you try White Dog in a lot of these tours, I have never had a White Dog that I was like, oh my God, I want to take this home. Do you sell it?
Yeah. All right, so here's what I've got on this, Mac. Hey, thank you for the sub, whoever subbed. Thank you so much, guys. Allie Melton, thank you.
Leah. Shout out to Leah.
Thank you, Leah. Mac, all right, so nerdy notes, right? Like, I've got that chocolate fondue nose, a little bit of salted pretzel as it gets into the taste, gets into the palate. And then what it goes to is a chocolate-covered banana Laffy Taffy.
Whoa.
That's
crazy, but
I get a little ripe banana Laffy Taffy type thing. It's a little sweeter than a ripe banana, so that's why I'm going with the taffy, like the Laffy Taffy type thing. I don't
Okay.
know. It's the weirdest note. Like
Yep.
I've never given that note on anything I've ever drank. So I don't know if that's because it's a high malt or I'm
Well,
trying to be funny or cool. I don't know, but
well, I
that's
mean,
kind of
no,
what I don't know. I am speaking from the heart. That's kind of what I get on this, and I don't
no,
know.
no, that's great.
I don't know if I'm wrong, but that's what I've got.
There's no wrong. There's no wrong. We are a welcoming community of whiskey drinkers, all learning together, Hack, and we all have. All right, but real. I don't get the banana, but I don't think that's a problem because I think it gets close to something like that for me, and it's like almost like a strawberry, but the bakery note part, right? Like which almost has like maybe that's where I go with it. When I think banana, I think of like Brown Foreman, like
No, no, no. I'm
that
thinking
thing.
artificial banana.
You mean the yeah,
Artificial. I'm
got it.
thinking like almost like the banana that's infused into the Laffy Taffy. That's what I'm getting at. It's not like a strong banana like you get off of
Yep.
some Jack Daniels, or you get. It's not like that. It's not that same
Yeah,
banana.
yeah. So Todd's thanks Todd. He said corn malted rye, caramel malted barley, and honey malted barley.
Okay.
And
Okay.
this is their 91. So you'll see the 91 on the shelves. If you do see
Oh,
Chattanooga,
caramel
it's
corn. God damn it. That's what it is. I was
yeah,
trying to think of the candy, and that is exactly. Thank you, Todd. God damn it. That's exactly what. Excuse my language. That's exactly what it is.
yeah.
Exactly what it is.
So
It's caramel corn. I was trying to figure out because it's this flavored candy, and
yes.
and he's right about the caramel corn. 100% right.
And like for the and so like the 91, which I really like, which is why I think I like this, and this 117 proof is perfect for this
I'm going to
because
enjoy this bottle. I'm going to tell you right now. This is you can call it bullshit, whatever, but I'm kind of the type of person that if I didn't like it, I probably would say.
you
And
kind of
as
like
my friend, you know that
I know. Are
I've,
you
I've got opinions. I'm going to enjoy this one a lot. And also, I didn't talk about the tater sticker, but I graduated high school in 1991, bro. Like the cowboy hat might be something, but I'm going to tell you, like I was into some hair bands. Like
boy
I
man?
like some Def Leppard. I like some
Oh man.
AC/DC.
Well,
I'll never
Todd,
forget, man. Like the second car I got. Well, the first car I had was a Chevy Chevette. And I said, everybody want to go ride in my vet, which so tells you I grew up poor, right? But I was happy to have a car. And then my second car, I got a Ford Escort GT. But when I got my Ford Escort GT, I got these banging ass speakers and subwoofers. And I'll never forget the very first song that I played was Thunderstruck because I thought I was that fucking cool.
I mean,
But I
I think
wasn't.
you're
But
that. Well, I'm
I'm
glad
going
you
to
like the
love
challenge.
this bottle. You
guys,
guys did a good job on this pick.
yeah, thank you. I'm partial to it as I was on the pick team, but I also love it, and I bought multiple bottles, and I've already almost halfway through my first one. It is still available. Todd, I don't know if you want to drop that in the chat. Shared pour, you can grab it.
Oh, there's still some of these left?
Yeah, there's still a few left.
Okay.
Man. So
I screwed up, and I've still got the stupid bot controls on our chat. I'm sorry, Mac. You got to remind me next time before we go live to fix it. So if it doesn't allow a link here, I'll shoot a video of me tasting my first ever high malt Chattanooga, and I'm going to put a link for the buy in here. I mean, I probably get 400 or 500 views on shorts, so I don't get a lot, Todd. But I will definitely do everything I can. You have 60 bottles. I'll post the link in my Basement Dweller group too, because I'll tell you, I'll stand behind this one. This is, man, I enjoyed that a lot. Are you going to try that Calumet 18, or are you just going to do fancy glass all damn night? What are we going to do here? I'm tired of looking at that damn glass. Drink it so we don't have to look at it anymore.
I'm going to bring it back up. But hey, yeah, so thanks, Hack, for like tasting the Chattanooga. And then, yes, one more question too for David. How does this compare to the 13th? So I think you're talking about the Founders. So he says it might be a little too malt heavy, and I get that. I hear that, and I don't want to steer you the wrong way. This is a Tennessee high malt. Of the other Chattanooga picks, I would say this still has that malt, right? Like Hack, you tasted it. You talked a little bit about the sweetness in there. Chocolate. There's a little banana to you. To me, it's like strawberry, like maybe bakery kind of stuff. It's in here. I would say this is closer to Kentucky profile traditional mixed with a malt. Like it's got a little bit of both. Hack. I don't know if you would. There's still some of that traditional, based on the other Chattanoogas I've had. It's not. You're not going to sip it and think, oh yeah, this is Buffalo Trace. It's not. But it still has some of those caramel notes, right? It has some of those oaked notes with a nice little sweetness to it.
I mean, so I don't have other Chattanoogas to compare it to, so I 100% trust you on that. I tell you all the time, like the most important thing for me to figure out is, do I like it? And it's good, and that's good, and I like it. All right, yeah, so let's do this, please. Let's do this. Like you've been teasing us all damn night with this. Like, can we just get into this Calumet Beyonce bottle or whatever you got over there, please? All the single ladies. All the single ladies.
How you made 18?
I feel like that is the song that should be playing when you're drinking out of that glass. What?
Yeah, I know, right? I will say,
all the single ladies. I feel like that's what you belong. Like that's where you belong with that glass.
So, Calumet 18. We're gonna taste this. I want to also shout out what we're gonna taste here in a second, so people don't start dropping off when I start going on about the Calumet.
Oh, they're gonna drop off anyway because we. But you go ahead.
The Raven, Batch 2. Ooh, I will be tasting.
That one hasn't come in for me yet. You've got that tonight?
I got it tonight, and shout out to Take, the one and only. He shared the story on Instagram, and so we're going to get to that.
Whoa. Time out. Let's not glaze over that for a minute. Take shared us?
I know, right?
What?
Take, the man himself. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw this. Mash and Drum,
I've been busy.
Another awesome whiskey channel.
Yeah.
Mash and Drum. Shout out Mash and Drum. They do not need our help because they're good to go. But he picked in a blind of like all the like hot new stuff. Raven #1.
Ooh. And 2 or 1. So Raven's 1 or Raven 2.
Raven Batch 1. So I have not seen anything. We might be the first one to rate. And by we, I mean me, Raven Batch 2.
Oh my. Tim wants me to open the old Rick Hazmat to end the show.
Oh, God, yes.
Jesus.
All right.
I might do it for you, Tim. I might. Oh, yeah. Get the Calumet thing going. I'm gonna drink some nice, easy, fun-loving Peerless while you do that.
This nose. This is a cherry cola bomb. If you like that, and I do, this Calumet 18, the nose, is unbelievable. It is cherry vanilla Coke, but like amplified. It is when I put my nose in a Glen, this one will smell. I'm serious. All right, here we go.
Cherry vanilla Coke. I like all of that. I like everything you do. Everything you just said, I like.
Oh my God.
What's crazy, I just poured a Peerless, which it's very cherry cola. This is the high rye. But look at him working, guys. I feel like, do you know those animal documentaries where the tiger in the bush is looking at his prey? He's eyeing it down. He's trying to make his move on it.
Give me a moment here.
However, he has a very fancy Glen, which is nothing like a tiger. However, he has cool tattoos, a flat brim hat, and makes a lot of friends.
All right. That was really good, Hack.
It looks very good, the Calumet.
This is great, and this is one of the most expensive bottles I've ever purchased. I'll just say that.
It's the opposite budget version.
If you like cherry, you will love this. This is all the cherry. This is Luxardo cherry, right? The fancy cherries that are expensive.
I love Luxardo cherries.
This is also cherry, like the nice toppings on that sundae that you get, like at the hey, we're gonna actually, like, you know, when like a nice steakhouse does like a quirky sundae,
Yeah.
but it's like expensive tasting. That's this.
Yeah. Nothing
It
budget
has
about that.
that.
Nothing budget about that.
God, I'm just digging a hole, ain't I?
It's all right. No, let's forget that. I wish I had like, you know what I should have done? I should have done a graphic that was just like a knot, like a but
I'm sure there's plenty of time in post for that.
post production.
I this and it is custardy vanilla too.
Custardy vanilla with the cherry vanilla.
This is hack, man. You just gotta go buy one of these. Just go get it.
Dig away, Mac. He says, dig away, Ben. Ben says, dig away. How much better is it when your Glen is elevated? Like, is there, you know, like rick houses, right? Like rick houses, the barrels come out different depending upon the elevation.
Right.
When you don't have like when you don't have the poor man Glen, like, and it's raised, is it better?
So it is. When it's elevated, it's better. Let me just shout out Will right now. Look in the chat. Guess who's drinking the Calumet 18 with me right now?
Yeah, well, maybe it'll be the Hack and Will show. Or Mac and Will.
Yeah, so Will, I'm going to text you. Maybe we can, get away from the cowboy dude.
Y'all do your thing. Y'all do your thing.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, Will? I've been looking for a guest. And I think the Will and Will show would do really well. The two dubs, double dubs, like double dub show, Will. I'm just saying.
So,
there's people that don't follow the rules on my show, and that's,
So Will, he also said, so cherry is there for him, but root beer, leather, and tobacco, and that,
Ooh.
I think Will might have a much better palate than me, which we're seeing, and I do get some of that, which is understandable.
No. I'm just saying your palate may be a little desensitized at this point.
Maybe. But yeah, so, and I think I said cola, root beer, and then leather tobacco. I definitely get a little it's not Maduro cigar, it's not a heavy, but it's sort of that lighter kind of, yeah. But yeah, Will, cheers, man. How about this pour? This is a great pour.
So I'll tell you the truth. So I don't know, like 2021. Oh, you're in love. I see you over there. You're dancing. You're having feelings. You're up in your feelings.
I love this pour. I hate that I love it, and I don't hate that I love it.
I love that you love it. That's so much fun, though. Like,
can I say one more thing?
There's nothing worse. Like, let's just say this though. There's nothing worse than spending a lot of money on a bottle and being like, Like, have you ever spent a lot of money on something and you're never going to say it's horrible, but you're going, it's pretty good. Like, that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. You don't like that.
Do you know what that was for me?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. What was it?
Woodford Double Double.
Yes, Woodford Double Double. Yeah.
I cracked that around.
Thank God people have given me samples of that. And I've talked about this before. I get into it with Uncle Nate on this because he likes it. And I'm like, no, it's not good.
No, he does.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we move on, can I close the Calumet 18 chapter for now? It will never be closed permanently.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
There's just one rule about this, though.
What?
Every time that you drink Calumet 18, it's got to be in that glass.
Oh yeah. I love this pour.
Oh wait!
It is one of the few.
Will Choi just used a word that I don't even know. Effervescence. That's a good one.
He's right.
Yeah. I think this double Will show has legs. Will, like if you've got notes like effervescence, like, yeah, we can do things, man. We can do things. Hit me up, buddy, on Instagram @bourbonhack.
Or you can just talk. You can just get his contact through me, Will. But so. Here's the. Let's finish this.
Wait, the people want to know what's the proof on the Calumet 18.
Oh yeah. Just get it out of here.
Yes, Will, please send me a sample, please.
But we're at 118, which is a sweet spot, baby.
118? Is that what you got?
Yeah. 118. I
What's the
think
mash bill on that, Mac?
um I think it's Barton. This is Barton juice,
Oh,
baby.
Barton juice.
So
Okay.
I should know that off the top of my head. I think anyway, so this I've had Jack 14 this year, thanks to Hack. Thank you. And to 21090. Sending me the sample.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the Michter's tenure, rye, barrel strength, all these. This is up there, and it beats all of those.
Wait,
I think this might be 14 to me.
time out. I don't want to, you said it beats what now?
It might be Jack 14 for me.
What?
But we need to do, you know what we're going to do, Hack? We're going to do a
Yeah.
blind towards the end of the year,
Yeah.
and we're going to find our real things. But
Yeah. And I'm going to pick Old
How
Fit
you
7.
what's that?
I'll probably pick Old Fit 7.
I love it. But hey, this is a
Yeah.
great bottle. It's expensive. And I get it. There's diminishing returns,
Mm-hmm.
certain points to everyone.
It would be so much better if they put it in a little farmhouse toy set or something.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Decanters.
They have.
You know what?
Let's talk about-
I got a good idea. What we should do is you should buy that Calumet farmhouse, sit and spin play toy thing, decanter thing, and we dump all of whatever the whiskey that they put into that out, and we fill it. Just hear me out. We fill it with Calumet 18. Then you've got the perfect decanter with. Now, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's dumb because the presentation on that's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It is. Well, I took up a lot of that time, and
We
I have
enjoyed it,
another
though.
bottle too. But
Whoa,
I would
what are we doing
love.
here? What are we doing here? This is a purple essence bottle. Nice.
Yeah. So how about this? I will just highlight this, and then I'm going to turn it over to you, Hack, and you're going to talk about your Peerless. What do you think?
Okay. So this is the Peerless High Rye Bourbon. It's a single barrel pick, and I'll be honest with you, it's growing on me. When I first cracked this bad boy, out of all the Peerlesses I've had, was not my most favorite. It's grown on me. I like it. I'm enjoying it. But I think here's the thing about Peerless, and we're going to do a future show on this. There are a ton of distilleries that are getting really close to that 10-year age statement, where they're going to start putting out regular, large volume production that's 10 years. 10 years. And Peerless is one of those. And,
yeah.
And I'll tell you, though, as much as I enjoy all the Bruzel picks, the single barrel Bruzel pick I have over here it's fantastic. This is not one of my favorite. It's not one of my favorite that I've had. It's good. But the Peerless distillery picks, I think that's where it's at, Mac.
It's so good. That's so good.
I think that's where it's at because I enjoy this, but it's not as good as the other Peerless distillery picks that I've had. So now I'll kick it to you with the essence.
So the essence. This is Evernorth. Evernorth. This is their stuff. If you haven't heard of them, shout out Bourbon Junkies. They also don't need our shout out because they have a ton of followers.
We're shouting
out. And this is another 21090 pick, which I know I'm not trying to blast the chat with 21090 too much, but I'm a big fan. I'm obviously a member. Todd and Andy do great. They picked this from the Evernorth, brand. This is MGP. It is a rye, and it is a 51% rye mash bill.
Ooh,
which is really
that's different, right?
Really unique.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's very unique. This might be it sounds crazy. But the more I've been drinking this, I'm
Yeah.
like, this might be this. This could be in my top 10 whiskeys of the year. And I know that sounds crazy, but I keep and I brought this over to Annie. I brought a sample to her. Um, and she's a rye person, and she didn't like the Detling rye as much as I did, which I was a little offended, but whatever. Um, but anyway, anyone that tries this thing goes crazy over it. Um, anyway, Hack, I'm gonna send you a sample of this. I kind of don't want
Please.
to because it's
Yeah.
already getting low. And if there's one thing I wish I did is I bought a backup bottle.
Okay.
But anyway, it's also
These
called
these are not available anymore, right? This is a
no,
past
they
pick.
sold out. They
Okay.
sold out, unfortunately. Um, and yeah, as Todd said,
And Todd said it was only $64, which
which
is
is
a budget whiskey. Which
that's
is,
right.
I mean, hey, we've come full circle. We're getting back to budget whiskeys, Matt.
This literally is a cherry pie with vanilla ice cream on top, like the good vanilla bean stuff, where you like when like families coming over, it's like a holiday, you buy like the good ice cream.
Yeah,
That's this,
you're
and that's all I'm
talking.
gonna say.
You're talking fat kid love over here, buddy. Like
I mean,
everything you just said, the things I like. Everything you said are the things I like.
do I see a Texas whiskey on your? What is this? And
I had to get to this one tonight. This is always something after I've had I've got a whole rack of Glens over here that you can't see, and I've gone through them all.
yeah,
I'm challenging the Z biotic at this point. Like I'm really going to push this Z biotic to the limit. I'm going to find out. We're going to find out tomorrow how that sucker performs because I've had some pours, but
you've had some pours.
not like you. Not like you. I'm not working.
Hey, I'm pouring little pours, baby.
Yeah, maybe I'm not. But no, so this one is a store pick that I did for Liquor Zone. Garrison Brothers here in Texas. Here's the thing, like everybody makes the joke about Garrison Brothers, and they talk about like, yeah, it's like putting a baseball glove in your mouth, and yeah, okay, there is a leather element here.
I'd not heard this one.
Oh, you haven't heard this? Yeah. So this is, it's it's like, hey, if you like chewing on a leather baseball glove, you're gonna like Garrison. And so the Garrison brothers themselves, right? They've learned a lot about how to do whiskey, but also they are that quintessential Texan that just doesn't give up. And so there's a very strong Texas following to Garrison Brothers, and there is a cult-like following because they do crazy stuff, right? They do something that their bottling days, which I don't know how many days of the week they bottle, because I am not as crazy as the other ones are, but everyone that bottles for them are volunteers. So when you go there to the distillery and you volunteer to bottle, you basically you get a few pours while you bottle. But I want you to look at this. This one right here. This happens to be, and I'll share it with you guys. This one was distilled and barreled in 2019. So what is it? It's 2025. So this is a 4-year, right?
6-year.
6-year. Thank you. I'm bad at math when I've had too many pours. So this though, and you can see that I'm enjoying it. Right? I've only had it about a month. But my local liquor store, they like to have us come in and do barrel picks. And so I went in and I tried a bunch of different barrels. And I was not a big Garrison fan. But however, this one, oh God, I like it so much. After I've had a whole bunch of pours for the day, and your palate kind of gets, you're doing all this caramel and apple, and you're doing like butterscotch. You're doing this one right here says, "Hey, wake up, motherfucker." That's exactly. Look at the color.
I thought you were going to go the other way with this.
No. This one says, "Hey, wake up." This one.
Can I ask you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is this okay? What's the Garrison I see in Total Wine that's like $225?
Wow. That's God Almighty. It reminds me of cinching a fucking saddle.
It reminds you of what?
So, all right.
Wait, what did you say?
Cinching a saddle. So when you ride horses, right? Like a lot of times, okay, if you think about it, like when you put a saddle on a horse,
Some of us in the chat.
I'm going deep Texan. I'm going deep Texan.
Some of us in the chat don't ride horses, but go ahead, Hack.
Yeah. So when you put a saddle on a horse, you got to throw the strap over and you get it under the belly and you cinch it.
Yep.
You cinch it. You put it in the loop. The last thing you got to do is you got to put it in your mouth, bite on it, and pull it because you're trying to pull it up against the belly of the horse so that it doesn't slide off. Because the worst thing in the world that can happen when you're riding a horse is that saddle shifts this way or that way because then you end up on your ass. And when you bite on that leather and you pull it, that's 100% what that is. God,
this is the most Texas thing that's
I'm sorry.
ever happened.
I'm getting a little Texas right now. I'm sorry.
It happens so much. This is the most Texas tasting description. They better pay you for this.
I mean, that's exactly 100% what it is. I grew up on a ranch. I can't help it. But
I love it. I love it.
Here's what happens after that initial bite in the saddle. It turns into this chocolatey, nutty.
I like that. I like it.
Yeah. It turns into this chocolatey, nutty, like there's a slight banana behind it. But I've had a lot of their single barrel stuff, and the unfortunate part about Garrison, so Garrison never adds water. So Still Awesome, we talked about like earlier, they add a little bit of water. They do a slow water add. They don't wait till the end and dump it. They do a little bit at a time. Garrison Brothers says, mm-mm. So this expression, I think it only had 88 bottles for the barrel because they're going to let it do its thing. Their master distiller is really trying to figure out the Texas heat, but still stay true to that Garrison Brothers like thing. And that's, it's so different. The thing about it is I think most people, if you ever had a Garrison Brothers and you had no other pour, you would tell me it's the worst whiskey ever. But if you had a bunch of pours and then you go to it, it's like, whoa, what's going on there?
Maybe they're not going to pay you now. No, that's good.
No, I don't want paid. I don't want paid. Here, I want free stuff. I want Z-Biotic. Look, hey, Z-Biotic.
Here it goes.
I would really, if tomorrow morning turns out great after tonight, Z-Biotic. We will talk good about you. I don't know. Send me some free It's $36 for 3 samples of Z-Biotic. I'm pretty sure we can go through those.
Yeah. So Hack, let's jump in. Okay, let me go back to the chat here. I mean, first of all, thank you. I also need you to. I was telling this to Matthew. Shout out Houston.
He's a huge
Matthew.
Garrison Brothers fan.
He won the Good Times pick with us. Awesome guy. I was like, you gotta take me through the Garrison Brothers. You gotta like teach me Garrison Brothers. So you guys, when I come down to Houston, I need a Texas whiskey.
No, those guys need to teach you Garrison Brothers. Like I'm just getting into it. Like they have gone multiple days and volunteered to do the bottling and but apparently it's one of the best restaurants around is at Garrison Brothers. So it's a fun trip.
Oh.
It's a fun trip.
Well, I can't wait.
So we should do it. I'm not saying Garrison Brothers is like it's unique. It's different. It's
yeah.
That's all.
So I think we're probably getting to our last pours here, Hack.
Okay.
And then I think you have to do the old Rick. Tim keeps asking. We need to do it. Tim asks. That's what I've learned in my life.
Here's the thing about this. I will open this for. When I thought that I spent $500 on that bottle, I was like, oh my God, that's the worst decision I've ever made in my life. But young Matthew, who's way more responsible than me, said, no, Hack, you only spent $250 on that bottle. I said, oh.
Yeah.
So I'll go get the old Zach. I don't have old Rick.
Yeah. Tim? What do you?
I have old Zach. I have the old Zach buff turkey. I don't have an old Rick.
Okay.
I might be off the hook. Opening that.
Also, I know everyone's waiting on pins and needles for my review.
Oh yes, we are totally during the lead. I need your batch too, because that one, my friend Andrew, who you know, here in Houston. Oh, I have a sample of old. Oh, well, I got to go dig through my samples.
All right, you go do that. I'm gonna get into this Raven Batch 2.
Are you going to talk
How
about
about that?
ass pocket whiskey while I'm gone again?
Yeah. What if I just did that every time you leave? I talk ass pocket whiskey.
I'll be back.
Everyone, just say bad words in the chat. All right. All right. So I am very lucky to be able to. So I think this is now Raven Batch 2 is just starting to ship from Shared Pour. Also, Hack, we can hear you. I hope he doesn't say anything because his microphone's with him. Anyway, it'll be awesome if he does. He doesn't know we can hear him while he's going through the house. This is content. All right, he's coming back. Thank God. All right, so Raven Batch 2. If you have not had any of the Reverie stuff,
I have no idea how that happened, but literally the very first sample, I walked in my room and I had samples laid out, and the very first sample I found was the old Rit.
awesome.
I mean, I don't.
Thanks, Tim. Tim is the man.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mac. Please keep flowing.
No, it's all good. I was talking about Reveries and Take and Jay West. So let's just maybe talk very briefly about Take. So T8KE, you may know him if you're on any of the Reddits, or if you're into whiskey, you've seen Take around. He his, if anything, for his rating scale, which says a lot, and then what he should be known for is his palate and taste of single barrels, which are incredible. And I have never, and I bought a lot of single barrels from him, and I could show my shelves here. I have never had a dud from him. I actually mean that. So he has a lot of barrels in his barrel house out in Middleburg, Virginia, and he's doing some awesome stuff. And he has released his Reveries line a couple months ago, and I was lucky enough to get most of those first few single barrels. And he's got some buff turkey in there, which shout out again to 1090, who has that coming up as a pick. And
can I ask you something real quick?
You released, yeah, get in here.
What do I need to do to be a member of 21090? Am I too Texan?
Yeah, I think they may not allow. No, I'm just kidding. So just search on Patreon 2, the number 2, 10 TEN 90
on Patreon 21090. Okay.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. But they really are. They've got some awesome barrels coming up.
But I can join their club. I can be a member.
Yes, anyone can. And
done.
And you can join their Patreon for free, but when they release a single barrel,
I want to pay because I want someday for those guys to let me go on a barrel pick and do stupid shit.
Yeah, well, that would be awesome.
How long did it take you to get to do a barrel pick with them?
I mean, years and years of begging and paying them.
So if I get to do it really fast, are you going to be jealous?
Yes, I'll be so jealous. No, I'm just kidding. Wait, who used the West Melt? I love it. All right. Yes, you can join for free. All right. So I know that's why we've got 600 people watching right now live. Awesome. Thanks guys for watching. 600. It's a huge number.
I thought it was 6 million.
But yeah. So, but the Raven, I cracked the Raven, which this is the first one, which that is wax. This new one, if you could see, is foil. He changed to foil, which I like. I think the wax is like romantic, but it's a pain.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
You think wax is romantic?
Yeah.
It is.
What, like on a bottle?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. Okay.
God. All right, let's get into this because Raven Batch 1, I sipped and I was floored, and I was like, this is in my top. Like, this competes with Jack 14, and now it might. We'll see if it competes with Calumet 18. But Raven Batch 2, I'm like, I hope it's good. Let's get into it.
I'm ready.
Oh my gosh. Just so you guys know the proof here, we're talking 125 proof The first Raven was 128.8 proof, so this is a little lower, not substantially lower.
This one you're trying right now is the one that Andrew from my basement builder group, he got me one, and I'm so thankful to you. Thank you, Andrew, for getting me one of these. Yeah. I guess they let you order two when you were selected for the wave, and so I'm paying you for the bottle. But thank you, Andrew, for getting me one of these because you've talked so highly of these Ravens. Like I can't wait to see it.
And by that, you're just by like equal value you're giving to him, right? Because the issue is some of this is going on secondary for ridiculous prices, those people are bad people.
Right? No, we that's the whole premise of our group is that if I find something at MSRP, we actually have a rule that we do not like if we find something for someone, it's what we paid. We are very high on that. Like we don't do that shit.
Yeah, and it was awesome because this time we were able to have two if you got chosen. So that's why. So that's awesome. I'm glad you got one, Hack.
Hey, the question from Todd is, what's the blend?
Yeah, it is the same blend as Raven 1. So we've got 9-year Indiana, 9-year Indiana, 10-year Kentucky, 14-year Kentucky.
Can I get this clear? Is it 3 different? So it's 9-year, 9-year, 10-year?
Yeah, so it's 2 different 9-year Indiana mash bills.
Okay.
And then a 10-year Kentucky and a 14-year Kentucky.
14-year Kentucky, holy shit.
And that 14-year is the 75, 13, 12, which can someone do a quick...
Yep, got you. I'll do a Google
don't
search.
Think that's buff turkey. Please check.
That's turkey, isn't it? I mean, that's just memory. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm not like I'm not that guy. I don't remember all the fucking mash bills. Maybe once I do it. But you said it's 75 what?
75, 13, 12.
Yeah, it's turkey.
So yeah, I think he's got some awesome buff turkey barrels, which if you join 21090, you'll be able to buy a buff turkey from them. Just so you know.
This might be like Disco 11 and 12.
I know. So the nose here. So the crazy thing, Todd, is that this is, it's the same exact years, mash bills, and percentages. Wait, no. Yeah, yes, and percentages from Raven Batch 1, which is a little confusing. At the same time, it's still a Batch 2. So let me just get into this.
While you're nosing that, I'm so excited the fact that I've got that. I missed out on the first version, but I'm really excited that I have Raven 2 because I want to try it with you. When I get it, Andrew and I are waiting patiently for it to come, so hopefully it'll be soon.
I get immediately. So the nose had just, it was super sweet, sort of praline.
Ooh, wait a minute! I like me some pralines.
Butterscotch. It has that like sugary sweet, which I think, and maybe, maybe I'll grab and pour batch 1 next to it. I love the nose. And then I went in and the nose really matches the palate here. Oh man. Oh. So this one is sweeter, I think, than batch 1. And it has that it leads with the praline. It has a cherry syrup, like the Luxardo syrup in it. It has the caramel, like dolce stuff happening. Hazelnut. Vanilla bean. This thing keeps going.
You're exciting me.
You don't know how. This might be as good, if not better, than the first. I don't know. I need to try. I might try them side by, but like, guys, I hope you got a Raven Batch 2.
So you think Batch 2 might be better than batch one?
Maybe. Let's do it. Do it.
Oh, you're doing
That's what
batch
we're
one
doing.
next to it. Okay. All right.
But also, Hack, while I'm doing this, I would like for you to know, because I want to go to you.
Oh, no. Todd says he needed this side by side. I don't know. So look.
Yeah, we'll do the side by side. But you, Hack, you.
No, so Tim said last pour of the night needs to be this. Is this the right one, Tim? This is the Old Rick 9-year Barton, 140 proof. Is this? Because look, I'm gonna tell you something about Tim. Like, I've got friends, but like, there's people that I really, really, really like, and Tim is like above that. Like, Tim is like, I like Tim so much. Like if I had a brother, I do have a brother actually. Tim.
I was about to say, I just met him last night.
I know, you met my brother last night. I like Tim so much. Like, he's a great dude, just a great person. I want to make sure I do right by Tim. Okay, Tim says that's it. All right. So I'm going to pour that one. I'm out of Glenn's, which that should tell you how the night's gone. I'm going to do this. I'm going to rinse. I'm sorry about the long message, Will.
Yeah, we've got to.
I know. I will fix it. You got to remind me. Send it in 2 sentences, Will. Sorry.
Yeah, 2 sentences, Will.
Yeah, I do like Tim. Tim's a good dude to like.
Yeah, Tim's bar is. Get a room, sheesh. That's right, Wes. You tell him. I'm not jealous at all.
Now, Tim's. Look, when a man sends you a blind with President's Choice, VVS Old Fits,
yeah,
Discovery 11, and what was the fourth?
Wait, no. It wasn't 11. It was 12. Wasn't it?
Was it Disco 12 or 11?
Okay, just
thought it was 11.
10 or 10.
I'd be wrong.
Anyway,
but when a man sends you a blind like that, yeah. Look. I know what he's doing. He's inviting me into friendship, which I'm all about.
Did you go to Old Louisville and New Lou with him?
No, I didn't. Unless I was very jealous.
Disco 12 was right. Whoa, buddy.
This last pour of the night. Disco 12. You know what's funny? I don't know if you saw this, Todd, but Bruzel put out a video where he did a lot of speculation about Disco 11 being one of the first buff turkeys, which I thought that was really interesting take on his part. I don't know, like it's all speculation. I know that it's for the views, but interesting. Oh, yeah. Willet was fourth. That's why I couldn't remember, because I don't like Willet.
I mean, the level of blind that we got from Tim was ridiculous.
No. And I think he just sent it like that level of blind because he loves me. Oh, wait, look at the color on that. My God.
Can you tell everyone what you're sipping? Because I don't think we know.
No, the only thing I know is this, and Tim probably needs to educate us all, which is this is an Old Rick 9-year Barton. 140.
Oh, yeah.
Knocking on the door of Has.
That is Has, right? That's Has.
Is it? What's the point? 139.9. So once you hit 140, it's Has.
70, yeah. 70%.
Yeah. Well, I'm not afraid of it. Oh God, my fucking nose, Jesus! I gotta.
Not afraid of it.
No, not afraid. At this point, I've had Z-Biotic.
Right.
I'm ready.
While you're sipping that, I'm gonna say the color here, batch 1.
I'm gonna do this too. Chick-fil-A sweet tea. Here's what you do. When you cleanse the palate, sometimes you need a Chick-fil-A sweet tea.
So this batch 1
nothing to do with that.
is significantly darker than batch 2. And the nose is a lot more oaked. But anyway, but yours is dark, my friend.
That's 9-year that dark. My God.
It's Has, man. Which, like, Barton, there's some good Barton stuff, man.
This is so complex. Like, I need my fucking... I'm going to be right back. Because it would be a disservice to not get my whiskey book for this. I'm going to do my whiskey book on this. I'll be right back. Carry the show, like usual. Carry the show.
We're hemorrhaging members here. I'm going to go through...
no one's watching anymore? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it does. We do... So batch 1 Raven is what I'm sniffing, nosing, to be more eloquent. It has a lot more oak than... Batch 2. Batch 2 has that sweet nose, that vanilla caramel praline nose. And then Batch 1 is incredible too. Like, you get that oak, you get oak more there first. Okay, so this is Hack talking. We can hear you, Hack. You can't hear us. My favorite... Okay, so oak, heavy oak on the first one, which is great because it's met with some sweet, and it's sweet oak too with batch 1. Batch 2, you immediately get a sweeter caramel praline, candied pecan. It's a bit more fat kid, batch 2, but it's unbelievable. Like, I like both. And then the finish right now, it comes back, right? It's like if you had a praline and you swallow it, and then it just comes back, right? It comes back through the sides of the tongue, to the tip of the tongue. The finish keeps going. I don't know. It's like choosing kids. I don't have kids, but I hear that you don't. You love them both equally. I think I love these both equally, and that's what I'm saying. I do need to blind them. All right, Hack. Just so you know, we can also hear you when you leave.
I'm sorry.
When you talk, because you have a mic, but you didn't say anything bad.
No, I was probably talking my way through my bar in there. So hopefully I entertain you, and I'm sorry if I'm talking because
No.
Maybe I do a head mic or a headlamp at some point, or a head I don't know, video.
Yeah, so this has got to be our... Hack and I are both
this
at
is
our...
it. Yeah, this is it. It's been a long day.
And if you guys are still watching and sipping, say in the chat, we love you guys. Y'all are awesome.
God, thank you for watching us two idiots do what we do. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Well, this idiot. I shouldn't call you an idiot. I'm sorry, Mac.
Oh, please.
You're the talent, and thank you. But,
you have a cowboy hat, and you talked about biting a
saddle.
Saddle. I think you might be the talent.
No, I'm not the talent.
You don't do anything. All right. So what are you sipping on? What are we doing here?
All right. So here's what I'm doing. In the night, I've got my whiskey book, which this is when I get serious, right? And my friend Tim, he sent me this old Rick 9-year Barton 140 proof, and I nosed it, and immediately I said, "Whoa, wait a minute! Like, this is something that's special. Like, there's I don't know. There's something special about this." And so I thought, you know what? Let me get my book so that I can write it down, because we're late in the evening in pours. I get out my Chick-fil-A sweet tea, clean the palate, and I'm going to get into this. That's what's going to happen.
This is what we watch for, people. This is content.
Oh, wow. On the nose, it has that rick house feel. It's got a dustiness to it, but it's got a sweetness underneath that is not the caramel. It's not the traditional butterscotch. There's something different there, and I got to clear it one more time. It's totally different. Like, this is different than anything I've had all night.
The has at the end of the night.
It feels like Knob Creek made love with turkey. That's what it is.
That color is insane, by the way.
Yeah, look at that.
Put it right up to the camera. What in the... Wait, it's okay. Knob Creek made love with turkey.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
what do you get on the nose? What are some of
yeah.
the
So I get
you
the
can eat
dusty.
nuts?
You know how when you smell a good wild turkey and it's got that dusty rickhouse kind of thing.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you know
I
that,
do.
right? Am I wrong?
Of course.
Like,
No, of course I
do
know
you
that.
remember? Do you remember when we did the Tim line in the A
I
sample?
do. It may have been last
You and I
week.
both said, "Oh, that smelled like." I think you and I both thought that was turkey. Am I wrong?
We both thought because aged wheaters gives a cherry funk. Yeah.
And this
So
has a little bit of. It's a little. It's not. It's got a little dustiness on it, but it's also like it's got that sweetness that is more. God, what is that sweet note? I'm gonna find it. It's. Oh, I found it. Yep.
color's
That's what it
crazy.
is. That's what it is. I'm sorry, I dropped my earpiece, but 100% this is what it is. All right, Mac. I grew up in Texas, and so whatever.
Did you?
Deal with it. I'm drinking sweet tea to cleanse my palate. Go figure. But but
I'm drinking.
but have you ever been to a fair and they've got the little roaster things where they do the corn and they put them in there and it's like in a rotisserie thing.
Yeah.
And it's like the corn. It comes out and they dip it like they take the whole corn thing and they dip it in butter and they hand it to you. This is buttered corn, and it's like it's buttered corn with what is it? It's not root beer. It's the other one. It's a cream soda. It's like
Okay.
yeah, cream soda. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
It's,
This is cream soda on the nose.
does it drink? Does it drink has?
Definitely not. It drinks well. I mean, where I'm at in the
It's
night,
hot.
no. I just had Garrison Brothers,
Tim
right?
said. Tim said. Has sarsaparilla note like a root
Yeah,
beer.
yeah. I don't know what sarsaparilla is. Is that like cream soda?
It's like root beer. I
Oh,
think. I could be
that
wrong,
makes
but
sense.
um, yeah. Did I? So the old brick that I have. All right. I
God,
don't
it's
think I
good
have this.
though. It's really good. It's intense. It's like you know what
Why
this
is
this
Tim?
this is like the Kentucky version of Garrison. That's what that is.
I mean, the color's unbelievable on that, man. Um, I'm gonna do the end. So how do you? Okay, we're gonna end this in 5 minutes because people are like, "What's going on?" And we've
Yeah,
had some.
probably should. Probably should.
Um, at the same time, I think we need the crescendo ending.
You got another fucking box. What are we doing? Wait, time out.
It's the same box, my friend.
Oh, okay. I got all excited because I thought,
I wish no. I'm gonna because I think Raven and maybe Raven 2, JD 14, Calumet 18. Oh, that's a nice cork pop. I hope you guys heard that. I should have put that closer to the shore.
it sounded nice.
Look at this. I mean, this when oh gosh. I'm not gonna give anyone samples. I love this too much. I'm sorry. No one's getting samples. Except for Tim. Tim's getting a sample.
If this is Barton juice, Tim, how'd they do this? Because I just did a whole 1792 like blind. There was nothing we had like this.
Um
Is Old Rick finished in a different barrel? Do they do something? They must do something to Old Rick. It's not just Barton. It like they take Barton and they finish it somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I they may not, but yeah, Tim, let us know in the chat. Let's wrap this. I'm gonna do a quick hit of these three pack, and we're gonna end this to so everyone can finally like go on with their lives. Raven Batch 1, Nose has got some nice sweet oak. It's got that vanilla. I get a lot of that oak first, but then it just comes through with that like cherry. Um, I get dark chocolate, like a little anise. I get to this batch two of the Raven. The nose is that creme brulee. It's the praline. I get. Oh man, I might like two better than one, which is insane.
I'm excited about that
Which
because I got two coming to me.
you do, you got it. And I get that Luxardo cherry. I get that like caramelized sugar. I get the praline. It's the nose matches the palate, and then my friends, the Calumet 18 in the High Glen. Oh,
As
which
he,
we're coming
as
back.
he
Like
flexes on everybody on the way out the door.
this is unfair because we're coming back down in proof.
Tim just told me that I'm drinking Container Magic, and I believe that, Tim. Whatever you gave me right here, I swear to God, this is Beam and Turkey had a baby. Like, there was.
I'm gonna say something. Hack, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is where you zoom in on
Yeah,
post
when
production.
we do it, yeah, post production. Yeah. Thank you for the.
I'm about to
cue.
say something. I'm about to say something. Hack.
Yeah.
I love Calumet 18.
Mhm.
I love Calumet 18.
Mhm.
Raven 1 and 2 are better.
That I got a little excited inside, a little joyful.
Guys, this has been, and ladies,
Thank y'all
this
for being here with us. We appreciate y'all.
has been great. Hack, I have loved just kind of sipping whiskey together. We got some new friends that joined.
Mhm.
Thank you all for joining. I think this is what it's about. I would love maybe in the future kind of figure out something to Hack. You're the man that makes this happen. People kind of jumping on, talking about a sip, and you know what I mean. Like we really want this to be a community. We want
Yes.
this to be also a like um like an encouraging community where what you like is like be proud of that. Like raise your big Glen with a stem, right? Hack.
Yeah, if you got a big Glen with the stem, yeah, okay, wow, yeah. If you got
But you guys
those,
are awesome.
you look. I want to be a welcoming community, so
Yes.
yes. But also, if you like to buy leather saddles, I
That
mean,
was that.
I'd like you here too. I'd like you here too. Okay. Hey, I love
I
you
love.
all. Todd with 2290. Thank you for all you've done for us, man. Like it's crazy. Tim,
We
I want to know how you gave me Jim Beam making love to wild turkey because that's what I've got. It's so good. Uh, but Mac, I'm thankful for your friendship. I'm thankful that like you do this with me because I'm an idiot. So thank you.
You're not. And Will and the new followers. Will has watched it to the end, which is incredible. This guy,
Why do you watch us
this
for
guy,
2 hours? Jesus Christ. Sorry.
Will, you're the man. And um, it was great to meet you, Dwayne and Annie and everyone, today. But like, yeah, this is what this is about, right? It's
Yep.
about we met. You know what? I in the past year really made an effort to kind of like meet people at events instead of just Discord and
Yeah.
like him and Tyler in the chat, by the way. Tyler's in the chat. Shout out to Tyler. We had an awesome time in Louisville. Um, Great community. People that are just good people. And like that's what this is about, right?
That's what it's
We
about.
love whiskey. Uh and we love supporting and Jerry, you're the man. Wes, you're great. Thanks so much, guys. We're gonna keep doing this.
Yep.
And guys, send us some ideas, send us some things, send
Yeah.
us your tall Glen tastes, right, Hack?
Yeah, go ahead and send those in. Also, send us like what you would actually like us to do. But at the end of the day, like I appreciate you guys even pay attention to us at all because
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. And
Yeah.
Mac, love you. Have a good evening.
Much love, my friend.
Yep. Peace out, y'all. Have a good night.
Peace out, y'all.